stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only to find a way to win. Welcome to Faroe Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Berry. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. Fourth and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds.
Let's go. Break. Go.
Gonna run it. It's Roberts. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Reed. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Nice job by the receiver there, running drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Fielded in the end zone, it's buried. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him. Just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Trying to make it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. The Vikings are everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them. Always thinking about as a defensive player, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
First play of the drive wants to throw. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The snap sets up the throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Crosses midfield. The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And there's something something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive through the pick sixes.
You're right, Reese. I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Going to swing it on second down. Shoots it to the left. And downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yards and get it to the 33. Missouri wants to go fast.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no
First half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
That was incomplete. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. He'll take it himself. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They stop him on fourth down with the heat.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points force the incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. They want to throw it. Why not try to get it in? That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
2nd and goal for this offense.
Let's go.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now,
There we go. At the 30. He's in the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic in the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 17 over Georgia. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
What's going on back and forth? This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. With the catch, it's Reed. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. Hits the accelerator to the right. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
What a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Using his feet. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Mississippi State right back to the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll move the tight end. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Scrambling away. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what the offense dials up on third and goal. Taylor wants to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. He picks up the first down.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. Get the ball to your receiver quickly. Just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. That's good. It's Roberts. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
On third and short. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Gets it out quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Taylor wants to throw it. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And as he throws, pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket and starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Direct snap. It's Davis. Hard running there. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple of turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced at a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling to help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on the last play call.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Back to throw, it's Reed. Trying to find the end zone. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the D deny them on second and goal. Motion from the wideout. On the option. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. That's going for the goal. Touchdown, Missouri! This back staying on track and getting it out the option. They got the lead and tried to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. You got your college fantasy football team going. This guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Charlotte. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll ride Davis here. Oh, he's got some space. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
The offense has a little bit of success in the ground. They're up. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage. Ready to run another play.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Mississippi State going up-tempo. They go to the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Calls his own number. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. Fighting off the defender. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
After your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Taylor wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It looked like a pass, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
That's a good job by the defense understanding the sideline is an extra defender, right? Like, I got to take away the inside a little bit and then play that ball, but make him throw a great throw all the way to the outside of the field, and he didn't do it on that play.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Davis. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the throw comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. That's the football. They drag him down, and not before they get the turnover and a terrific return.
Every time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football, it's on fourth down and short. It's on fourth down and goal. You have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You can tell.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Shepard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, and they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man to come to the field, and getting down the ground.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
This is a designed run. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo.
There he goes. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Mississippi State right back to the line.
As sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that win.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the...
It's picked off and another empty drive. Bringing it back. The 20. The 10. The defense comes out with a play like that. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they played. They knew they had to come in here and protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff will be happy.
Yeah, and now it's about stat pad, right? Like you can just put up more numbers because this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Handoff, keep working on that clock. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.